Hi, Sequels friends. Oh my gosh. That sounds so weird to say. Does it sound weird for you to hear? I don't know. It's kind of bittersweet feeling. I have stopped and started this video a trillion times. So let's just get right into it. Today we are talking about what sold for a part-time reseller for the month of October. Hi, Sequels friends. All right. If you're new here, I am a part-time reseller. I have been in the game for a few years, and the last you heard from me, it's probably been a year plus. I don't know. We could go look at a date on the video since I've posted here on YouTube. Last you heard from me, I had gotten a new job. Well, as new jobs do, it tended to kind of consume my life, and my reselling business went to the wayside. I have been sharing through one shop, but other than that, I have done nothing, nada. I had piles of things that coworkers and friends and family members have given to me to list that have not been listed. And yeah, that's where we're at. And I'm getting to the point where I'm like, you're either gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. So take all the things and donate them, or get back in and restart what was working for me. So that is what I decided to do. So my goal for the month of October was just to list the death pile. And if I could get enough of it listed and start to have some money rolling in, then I could go out and do some thrifting. So here's where we're at. For the month of October, I have made a gross profit of $2,196.70. Figured it would take a while for me to kind of get there. I was very pleased to have done it in October, although I have heard from several other resellers that October was a good month, so I may have gotten lucky with when I started. That's gross. So I still have to pay platform fees, talk about my cost of goods, any shipping, any of that. So once you take out all of those expenses, I ended up netting $1,110.68, and that is a return on my investment of about 51%. And my average sale price, I sold 54 items. My average sale price came in at $23.73, which I'm totally stoked about, because one of the things I was doing as a reseller before I took a long hiatus was to try to increase my average sale price. And I've always had a goal of it being over $20, because I feel like if I could get things out the door, and plenty of them for $20, I'll be sitting pretty. Before I get into my best-selling made over $20 items, I do want to share with you two charts that I always enjoy sharing with you guys, which is what sold by category. Let's start with this one first. So I have the category, the units that sold, the percent to total, the dollars that sold, the percent to total, and then the total sale through for category. I love to use this chart to break down because it helps me when I'm out sourcing. A lot of times when I'm thrifting, when you go in, if you have limited funds or you are a part-timer, you're not spending copious amounts of money, you know that you need to go to certain categories first because they're moving for you, you don't have enough inventory, and you're missing out on sales. So that kind of helps me by doing this to help me focus when I get out there and I'm thrifting and I'm looking for stuff. Like, if I haven't sold any men's stuff in a while, then there's probably no need for me to even go into the section unless there was nothing to be found anywhere else. So it kind of helps with that mindset. Overall, here's all of my categories, and I highlighted in Sequels Pink the categories that performed the best. And I knew home would be up there, which you'll see why with one of my best-selling items, because I consigned a rug for a friend, and I knew that that brought in a lot of dollars. So I knew that that would be on this list. But overall, I sold 6 home units. So home is still doing well. It was 11% of the total. The other category that was performing well is shoes, which has always historically been on the top of my list. I did 7% of the sales, but it brought in 11% of the dollars. That is a category to go after. That means I'm selling things for an average higher than normal average sale price in that category. Next up, sweaters. Again, makes perfect sense. We're in the season for it. I did 9% of the total sales on about 10% of the total dollars. Again, it is sweater weather, so that would make sense. And the last category that is always on the top of my list is tops. And they always tend to bring in, I always tend to sell more units than dollars, because for me, tops are something that sell for a lower price. And maybe that's just as I learn to look for some more top brands, or maybe that's just tops in general. I don't know. Feel free to include your input as to what you find for your business. But 26% of the total units on 14% of the total dollar sales. And then the chart that I love to do is the breakdown by platform. This helps me know whether or not I should still be on these platforms at the end of the season, if they're worth their while, or if I should help save myself some legwork and not have as many platforms to be on. Poshmark brought in 35% of the total units on 25% of the total dollars. eBay brought in 44% of the total units on 37% of the total dollars. Etsy, 2% on 4%. Mercari, 13% on 7%. And Facebook brought in 6% of the total units on 27% of the total dollars. And that is about how my platforms normally break down. eBay is usually top dog. Poshmark is second. eBay usually tends to make me a higher dollar amount than Poshmark, but that Facebook was rocking and rolling with that money because the rug I sold was on Facebook. Now let's get into the actual sales. I did sell 54 items, so I'm not going to go over every single sale that I had. I'm just going to go over the ones that made me a net profit of more than $20. First up, these are just in order of when I sold them. So a rag and bone crew neck sweater. A lovely coworker gave this to me to sell, and I ended up selling it on Poshmark for $30 and netting $21.98. So these 9 West loafers, I ended up purchasing these on Poshmark a couple years ago, and then more recently I've bought like a chunky loafer, and I kind of like the chunkies better, so I figured I'd sell the preppies. And I sold these on eBay all in with shipping for $47.99. And after platform cost of goods, there is no cost of goods because it came out of my closet, and shipping, I ended up making $26.98. Anthropologie yellow lightweight sweater. This came in a thread box from eons ago. Sold it on Poshmark for $37 and made $26.81. This is a lovely Lord & Taylor cashmere turtleneck sweater. I sold it for $49 on Etsy and made $39.94 after free shipping, cost of goods, and the like. Here is the beautiful, gorgeous rug I sold for another coworker. This was a commissioned piece. She gave me an idea of what she wanted to make off of it. I told her how much I would take, and this sat for so long. It is such a gorgeous rug. I had it up for $1,200 to begin with, I believe. I found a designer who was interested, and she was willing to pay $800 for it, and I ended up making $150 off of that sale. I am looking for product or have no money to source. I always source around my house. In my basement, we have a vintage truck road bike we were not using, and I put that up on Facebook Marketplace, and it sold for $140. These Imogene and Willie jeans I have had forever. You could probably go back and find a thread up DIY denim box that these came in. I changed the price on a few things, and these ended up selling on eBay all in at $38.99, and I made $23.67. Free People denim stretch dress. Again, thread up box, sold it on eBay, all in with free shipping, $50, and made $28.19. Betty Mueller black patent leather peep toe pumps. I had no idea about this brand. Again, a coworker gave them to me to sell. These sold within a day or two of listing. I was kind of surprised because there's a lot of peep toe black patent leather pumps out there, so I'm assuming it's the name. If you guys know any more about this brand and find that it works for you, let us know in the comment section below. Sold them on eBay with free shipping, all in at $50, and made $32.83. These are my favorite kind of sales. This is an Anthropologie, a Kindred dress, which is Anthropologie brand, Paisley Maxi Floral off the shoulder dress. I bought this at Ross at the start, maybe the end of winter, start of spring. I'm guessing for $9 to $14. This one sold within 2 weeks. And it sold on Poshmark for it sold on Poshmark for $35 and I made $25.98. $25.98. I made net in my pocket more money than I spent at retail for this dress. These are new without tags slow jeans. If you're a TikToker, you may know this jean brand of this guy that's like making these jeans specifically made to order by size, blah, blah, blah. Love his journey, love everything about it. I bought these. My measurements were not correct. They were way too big for me. It was when I was working. They sat. I never returned them or did anything. And I go, I'm not even going to bother with it. I'll just try to sell them. And I ended up selling them on Poshmark for $35 and I made $28. Body wrap, underwire, full coverage shapewear. Again, an item that was gifted to me by a coworker. Sold it on Poshmark for $29 and put in my pocket $23.20. Vintage cat and kitten tapestry. What I will tell you, oh my gosh, there are so many resellers that I follow that are just like, people love cat stuff. So as I've seen cute cat stuff that I like, I try it. So this was gifted to me by a family member and it is just a cat and kitten. I called it a tapestry. I don't know really what it is. It's needlepoint with no hook or anything on the back. I suggest you could frame it. It could be a wall hanging. I priced it high because I wasn't really sure and wanted to see. I priced it at $29, ended up selling it on eBay for the full $29 plus shipping of $37.01 and made $21.61. And speaking of cat, people love cat things. This vintage set of 2 embroidered small pillows, same strategy. Gifted to me by a family member, loved them, thought they were cool, no idea what to ask for them. Always when I don't know, I err on the caution of pricing really high because you can always lower the price or people will make offers. And once multiple people make the same offer, you know that's where it needs to be. So I priced it high at $59 and somebody offered me $35. I took it because it's free goods and made $28. Bowden circle, like a swing top, like a peasant top. Again, something I had consigned in my own personal closet, haven't been grabbing for it, put it up for sale, sold on eBay for $37.65 and made $25.82. I sat on it for almost a full month. I thought it would sell a little bit quicker because I thought Bowden does really well, but it did end up moving. And then another dress that I was talking about that I purchased at Ross, again, that I did not realize it was higher in brand and especially did not realize it based on the quality of the look. I'm just here because it was cute and priced right. So it is a Kate and Lily black sheer floral maxi dress. I ended up selling it on eBay. I had it listed for $49, sold it all in with shipping for $53.29 and made $36.31. And last up, a pair of shoes, again, gifted to my reselling business by a coworker. Isaac Mizrahi, Mary Jane's, totally on trend, cute little tan suede flowers, very 90s Y2K-esque. Sold them on eBay, all in at $99 and put $66.05 in my pocket. So those are the top sales that net over $20. Some things never change because UPS is here and Max is letting us know. So that is a perfect timing because I think I have a mystery box coming in and I want to go check it out. Thanks so much, guys. I will see you next time. Not really sure when, but we'll get a schedule going. I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Another lovely thread up dress. This one from, nope. So I have 2 sales like this. These are my favorite kind of sales.